Good afternoon folks, and welcome to our first official keto recipe. As you know, I've introduced a few keto ideas over the last few months. We've done sweet chips, we've done meals without potato, but today I want to focus on actually making keto as easy as possible. I've just started a new Facebook group a few weeks ago called Keto Style Food Made Easy. So we're going to avoid the D word. For those of you that don't know me, that's diet. So the D word is banned. We are going to do keto style food quickly, easily, and to your own taste. Because food basically is all about what you enjoy. Now I can show you a recipe from a book, follow it to the letter, I might hate it. The idea with food is to actually take an idea from one of our wonderful celebrity chefs, try it how they do it and think, actually I could improve that for my taste. I would like to add a little bit more garlic, I would like to add a little bit more hoisin, whatever it is that you like, and that's what's important. So today we are going to do a curry, and we're going to use cauliflower to make the rice. This cauliflower rice is really trendy. I'm going to do it using a box grater, cauliflower and some garlic and some olive oil. And I want to show you how simple it is to actually prepare this. If you are feeling lazy, you can actually go out and buy ready riced cauliflower. However, it will cost you an absolute fortune. So it's not going to break the bank. And that, depending on your appetite, and we're going to touch on that as well, portion wise, that's enough in this household for two. So we're going to basically chop in half. We're going to take out a little V out of the stalk so that you don't get the chewy bit. The easiest way to tell that is, you can see these little bits are quite green here, whereas the bit in the middle there was very white. Take that out before you grate it. It's the hardest part to cook, takes the longest, and that's just personal opinion, chefs will differ. And basically you're going to grate this. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, and if you want to go out and buy, then I get it. But basically you're going to grate a cauliflower. Which, if you'd asked me 10 years ago would I grate a cauliflower, the answer would be nope, not in a million years. Okay, so I've got two scrag ends there that basically it's not worth risking your fingers for, and then the rest is all done and shredded. Oh, hot water as always. The idea is to spread this out to dry. You don't want it too moist when you cook it. Okay, so that basically is a portion or two in this house, depending on your appetite, of grated rice, cauliflower rice. Okay, that's that. That can go in the recycler as well. And then to flavour it, apart from salt and pepper, clove of garlic. If you want to split it, put your hand down like that, press and roll. And you end up with all your cloves out, and that to go in a bit. Nice easy food hack there. And then we're going to split this. We're going to have probably 4 of the biggest cloves there to go in the cauliflower, and the rest of these are going to go over here and be used to flavour the chicken when we get the chicken curry ready later. Okay, so I'm going to let that rest and dry. Welcome back guys. As you can see, I've just left this on the block, haven't touched it since we did it. I'm just going to prep the garlic and then we're going to actually cook this off. So garlic, I just skin the cubes, I tend to crush them and then basically very finely chop them. As you know from if you've watched previous recipes, I use a lot of garlic salt and dried garlic flakes We had a special meal recently and my daughter cooked for me for my birthday, and she used fresh garlic, so I'm literally just using this up. Because I use garlic sparingly, generally speaking, I tend not to buy it fresh. I tend to, keep it dried so it's easy to use. I'm going to stir that into the cauliflower. Right. The next thing we're going to do is prepare the pan. Use a big pan because you want to keep it moving. You want to spread it out. A good lug of olive oil. On number 9, as always. Please excuse me, I've got some hay fever at the moment. I have taken an antihistamine, but I'm a little bit sniffy, so please excuse that. I know it can be off-putting when you're watching a film, and I could stop, but because I've done the prep, I actually want to get ready and cook it. So I'm going to let that come up to temperature, and basically you want to fry this fairly quickly. And what you're going to notice that I'm going to do is I'm going to cook this before anything else, leave it to cool, and then we'll warm it up when we're ready to use it in portions. Okay, you can freeze it. It will keep in the fridge for about 4 or 5 days. So don't think that you can't do the prep in advance. If you know you want a curry on a Saturday night, or on a Wednesday you think I've got half an hour to spare, I'm going to get the cauliflower rice ready, do it. Because it will keep, and you can just either reheat it in a pan or mic it up and it'll be absolutely fine. Okay, so that is getting hot. Rather than risk getting crumbs all over the kitchen floor, I'm going to bring that over to there. A little bit of sizzle there, which is great. Tells me it's up to temp. So get all of this in there. Okay, get that onto the heat. And we're going to spatula out to stir. The idea is you want to keep it moving. And all you want is when you look in a pan, look at it as if you find the biggest piece. The biggest piece needs to be cooked so it's ready to eat. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to get the flavours into it. Seasoning. That's that. And all you're doing here is drying out the moisture. Cauliflower, believe it or not, is a wet vegetable. If you try and squeeze all the juice out of it, you actually get quite a lot. So that's my biggest piece. When that is cooked, I know I can eat it as a rice. So that is now up to number 9 and I can hear it. So we take that to number 8 because we don't want to actually burn it. Oh, excuse me, hay fever. Real bummer. I gather information from each time I cook something, and you watch me cook cauliflower rice again, and I will do it differently. It's experimenting, it's learning, it's finding out what you like. Now, if I cook something I don't like, don't throw it away, you still eat it. We think, right, we have a discussion over the dinner table. What would make it better? What would actually make this cauliflower rice better? We taste. That's almost there. Almost there. So I'm going to try and find that big piece again in the middle. The garlic's coming through, salt and pepper's coming through. There's a big chunk. That won't be cooked. But I'll tell you what, flavour wise, and if I was eating that with a curry, absolutely love it. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to say that's done. Perfect. Now I've got 3 or 4 minutes on the heat with some olive oil, some butter, some garlic and some seasoning. So that is now cooked. You can go to the back of the stove and we're ready to do the next section. Next section we're going to prep the chicken.
Are you trying to shop the chicken?
Alexa just interrupted me then. Did you hear that? She said, am I trying to shop chicken? No, I'm not.
I don't understand. Sorry, I can't tell what you want to order. Please try again.
Oh, that was funny, because my electronic device, I'm not going to say the name because otherwise she'll start again. She's just interrupted me. People say, oh, you should be fearful of Alexa, because she listens to everything you do, and that's a classic example. But there we go. So, chicken, I am going to basically prep and season ready for pan frying as part of the start of the curry. So, a bowl. Into that bowl I'm going to put some lime juice, probably a teaspoonful. That one's empty. I have a fresh one, you'll be pleased to know. There we go. So a good squirt of lime juice. Curries are objective things. You like what you like. I'm using the base of a Thai green. I'm actually going to add to that before I cook a good splat. Yeah, so that is very aromatic. If you prefer traditional curry, go for it. I'm doing a mixture of the two because I know the flavours will enhance. This is a curry powder, medium strength, and as soon as I add that to the lime juice, I can feel it zing at my nose. So that's a bit of cumin, a bit of curry powder. Yeah, I'm going to make a paste. You can flavour curry with whatever you want. That's the beauty of it. A bit of turmeric, that's a nice aromatic flavour to it. I'm also going to mix in there a chicken stock cube, and that will blend in and enhance the flavours. Some olive oil to make the paste. Good splash of that. Your garlic. We are going to again do exactly what we did for the cauliflower. So crush, 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 and then finely chop. Can go straight into the paste. So you get a teaspoon there, and we're going to turn that into a proper paste just by blending it in. The only thing really that needs squashing down is your stock cube. Everything else is a powder or a liquid, so it's just a matter of getting that in there. And there we go, you have a garlic paste. You can see the lumps of garlic in there. The aroma is absolutely superb. And what you want to do with that is basically create a little pouch to marinate it in. We have some zip plastic bags. People say plastic bags are not good for the planet. It depends how you dispose of them and how you use them. We, believe it or not, reuse these for various things. So I'm going to drop the first breast in to the bag. I'm going to spoon on about half of the paste. Couple of teaspoons, maybe 2.5. I'm going to drop the second breast in and then top up with the rest of it. get all of it out of there, because that is too good to roast. Okay, that's in there. I'm also going to add a touch more olive oil. We've got a good glug. Zip. And you want to just mash it around. Yeah? So that is now sealed and covered in curry sauce, so to speak, and that's going in the fridge. I'm going to leave that in there until we're ready to cook the final bit of the curry. So that's that. The rice is ready, the chicken is marinated. I'm going to leave it there for the moment and I'm going to catch up with you as soon as I start cooking this ready to eat. We'll see you very soon. Hi guys, welcome back. We're going to cook the next part of this dish. We're going to add some oil to my biggest pan. We're going to put that on number 9. So we get in there. You can see at the back of the stove there, I've got the rice, as in cauliflower rice. Swap that around so I can get the pan centred. Joys of a small hob, small kitchen, but you can make it work for you. So if you've got a small kitchen, use it to your advantage. So the bag of curly kale, I'm going to whack that all in there. I'm going to give that, throw that on the floor. Give that a squirt of lime juice and a splash of Worcestershire sauce. They're all good flavours. You flavour with what you enjoy, that's the secret of cooking. I'm then going to add some salt and pepper. Keep that in the pan. You hear Ruby around my feet. For those of you that follow me, Ruby is my dog. And we'll take that and we're going to stir this kale around until it starts to wilt. While we're doing that, I've discovered tinned cherry tomatoes. Now you can use ordinary tinned tomatoes. These just add an extra element because they are slightly richer. Take the lid off and you can see there are full cherry tomatoes in there. They just add an extra bit of flavour to whatever you're cooking. Tomato wise, the tin tomatoes you buy from the supermarkets, whether they be brand name or whether they be own brand, are pretty much the same. These just add an element of extra flavour in my personal view, but it doesn't matter whether you use cherry tomatoes or normal tomatoes, you do what you need to do. So that is starting to cook, so I'm going to bring that down to 8. While I'm doing that, on the back ring I've got a small pan that I'm going to do the chicken in. A little bit of olive oil, and again I'm going to put that on number 8. So 9 will burn it, 8 will cook it. That's my sort of golden rule on my current establishment. So this is looking good. Starting to cook down. So here we have chicken. It's been marinating in the fridge for the last hour or so. And we are going to open that up. And I'm just going to tip that all in to the pan. You just need to squeeze the corners of this okay, let's get everything out of there. in with that, and we are going to get a pair of tongs out to turn that chicken. Once that has started to seal, we're going to whack it in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes just to cook all the way through the middle. That's going in there for about 15 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 15 minutes, please.
15 minutes, starting now. While you're waiting, you could listen to today's news headlines with your 2-minute flash briefing. Just ask, what's the news?
No thanks. So, the kale on top is starting to soften. If you've got any big bits of kale, just spray them up and they will cook quicker. Okay, so that's starting to soften. I'm going to add this tin of cherry tomatoes. I mean, look at that. How awesome. You can use fresh. Means you've got to go out and buy them when you need excuse me. Buy them when you need them. Or you can use tin. So I'm going to rinse that out with some water. I've added half a tin, water wise. So, we've used the lime, we've used the Worcester. I'm actually going to add a teaspoon of the curry paste to this mix before I add the chicken. A little bit more olive oil. The rice there, that will be warmed up last minute. We've mushed down the cherry tomatoes with the kale. It's been simmering away. The chicken with the stock that we made and the marinade has been cooking away in the oven. Okay, so I'm going to test this chicken. If you do a chicken breast test and blood comes out the middle, it means it's not cooked. What's come out of that is a little bit of oil, and that's basically telling me it's cooked. So I'm going to transfer this chicken onto the block. So basically carve that is looking absolutely amazing. Juices go into the pan. So we're going to slice those when we're ready. They're going to rest for a few minutes. And then we're going to basically get all this. That is the kale, garlic, salt and pepper, cherry tomatoes and the juices from the cooking of the chicken, all in one pan, simmering away on number 4. Behind it is the rice, as in cauliflower rice for me and my wife to enjoy. So that is sitting there as it is. What I'm going to do is add some stock to that. When I say stock, I mean water. Kettle boil there, so that is just going to cook. Chicken wise, we're going to carve this. Yeah, this is beautifully pink in the middle. You could eat this as it is, but we're going to actually carve it. I'm going to have a little taste of that for you. For me, that is stunning. We'll turn that down to number 6. can drop the carved chicken in there. We've got chicken breast there that has been sliced. We've got the cherry tomatoes and the kale with garlic, herbs and spices. That is going to basically reduce down and move that out of the way so we can get full heat on this. This is reducing down. You've got the pieces of chicken in there. You've got the kale, the tomatoes, the lime. I wish you could smell this because the actual juices coming out of this are just sublime. I'm going to pick that out. It's a piece of kale. I'm going to taste that. The kale has a taste of garlic, tomato, stock, chicken. It's absolutely divine. So basically the next thing I'll do is, once this has simmered a little bit, is plate up with cauliflower rice and chicken, and you'll see the pictures that I put on go with the video. So cheers guys, thank you very much. That is another wrap from the videos of John's block, and this will be absolutely stunning.